Oh, hey guys. So today we're going to talk about CBG and CBD and how well they work for anxiety. Tons of people have asked me these questions, and today I'm going to go over a couple of studies that I've found that show whether or not the stuff works. We're also going to be discussing pros, cons, side effects, and everything else in between. Let's go. It's apparently legit and it's been peer reviewed. So, to start it off for the peer reviewed situations, we have here in 2020 a review of CBD's anxiolytic potential. Okay, so I learned a new word today, and maybe you did too. It means basically anxiety reducing. So, anxiolytic potential. A broad review of 8 studies in 2020 found substantial evidence that CBD can alleviate anxiety disorders. The authors concluded CBD shows promise as an effective monotherapy or a complementary therapy for generalized anxiety disorder, that's GAD, or social anxiety disorder, SAD. Now that's funny because I thought SAD was seasonal affective disorder, but I guess multiple things can mean multiple things. I don't know at this point. As well as post-traumatic stress disorder. This aligns with numerous clinical observations that CBD's anxiolytic properties can benefit patients with anxiety, often with a favorable safety profile and few side effects. More on that towards the end of the video. In 2021, a survey of CBG users, they surveyed 127 people using CBG dominant cannabis products. 51.2% reported using CBG specifically for anxiety relief. Notably, many participants rated CBG's effect on anxiety as highly effective, and 78.3% said they preferred CBG over standard anti-anxiety medications for treating their anxiety. Many also felt their condition was very much improved. The next one, so this was in 2023, a case report described a woman with chronic generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, who found little relief from standard pharmaceuticals but experienced significant anxiety reduction after adding CBG to her CBD regimen. The patient's GAD-7 anxiety scores dropped markedly once CBG was combined with CBD, indicating improved symptom control. The authors concluded that formulations including both CBD and CBG can safely and effectively reduce anxiety symptoms, even serving as a potential adjunct to traditional anxiety medications. Speaking of CBG, we have today's sponsor sitting right here on my little computer top area. And oh look, what do you know? It's Ron's Balms. So I sponsored my own video, and so basically I'm paying me money for, anyways, I'm not making any money for sponsoring this, I don't think. But if you're interested in some of the major benefits that we've already talked about here so far, you can check out all of our products. These are the CBG Daytime Jar Gummies. We also offer them in a smaller bag, along with all of our balms and our roll-on oils and various other things. There's a link to our business card below. If you click that link to the card and you sign up to our newsletter, you can save 25% on your first order. Now, back to the good details. In 2024, researchers conducted a double-blind placebo-controlled trial administering a 20 milligram CBG gummy tincture. So I guess it was a mixture of both. And they also included, the study was done with 34 healthy adults via 2 crossover sessions. CBG led to significant anxiety reduction compared to placebo at multiple time points. Participants' overall anxiety levels dropped by about 26% under CBG. This is concurrent decrease in stress where no improvement occurred with the placebo. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the side effects of traditional pharmaceutical medications, what those are, and then what their side effects are. And then we're going to talk about the side effects from CBD and CBG. So the common types of drugs that you get through the pharmaceutical industry are SSRIs, so that's stuff like Prozac and Zoloft. Then you can get benzos, which are things like Xanax and Ativan. You can get SNRIs, which are things like Effexor and Cymbalta. And then I even see that they say that some people use beta blockers as an off-label use to help treat anxiety, which that's not really what they're made for, but some people say that they work well for that. So, side effects. Oh man, this is fancy right here. So the side effects include physical, you get fatigue, dizziness, nausea, dry mouth, headache. Mental and cognitive, you get brain fog, memory issues, emotional blunting, especially with SSRIs. Dependency, high risk of dependence and withdrawal symptoms, especially for benzos. Sleep, either sedation if you're taking benzos or insomnia if you take the SSRIs. So you can, pick your poison, I guess. If you want to fall asleep at the wheel while going to work, you can take benzos, or if you want to be up all night, every night for forever, you can take SSRIs. Oh, sexual effects, because we all want sexual side effects with our drugs. So you get decreased libido and delayed orgasms if you take SSRIs and SNRIs. So that's good. I mean, who really cares about that, right? Nobody. And then withdrawal risk can include brain zaps, mood swings, tremors, irritability, etc. So yeah, I guess if you don't mind never reaching climax and having your brain feel like it's being zapped all the time, then pharmaceutical drugs are probably for you. Now, on to the CBD, CBG side effects. Physical, you got dry mouth, mild drowsiness, lightheadedness, changes in appetite. Probably you're going to be more hungry. That's usually what you experience with these kinds of situations. So yeah, worst one you got right there is mild drowsiness, maybe, or lightheadedness, I don't know. Mental and cognitive issues, occasional mild fatigue or alertness depending on the dose and blend. So not a lot of real solid information there. Dependency, no known risk of dependence or for addiction or from withdrawal, so no risk. Sleep, often improves sleep, may cause drowsiness if taken in large amounts. So basically the way you fix that is just don't take a ton of it and you'll probably be okay. Sexual side effects. Oh, this is a big one. No known side effects. And then tolerance. Some users may build up a slight tolerance over time, but no withdrawal symptoms have been documented in human trials with standard doses. So you won't build up a huge tolerance to it and you won't get addicted to it. It'll just work really well as long as you use it like any sane, normal person would use it. Well, kids, there you go. I know it may seem biased that I think that CBD and CBG and CBN and all the other stuff like that is really, really good on account of I'm in the business and all, but there's multiple studies that have been done out there, peer-reviewed and non-peer-reviewed, who all say that CBD and CBG work amazingly for anxiety. You get a whole bunch of major benefits and almost none of the cons because there are no side effects. So if you've liked this video and some of the information that I've given you here, you can feel free to hit the like button to help me with the algorithm. If you want to see more stuff like this in the future, because I'm always making content like this as much as I can, feel free to subscribe and you'll see some of my upcoming videos. Oh, if you have any questions about anything that you would specifically like me to make, you can hit me in the comments and let me know. Like if anybody out there sees this and you want to know something about something else related to CBD or CBG or CBN, hit me in the comments and let me know, and I might just be able to make you a dedicated video and shout you out and embarrass you online and all that stuff. And if you want to see any of my other videos, I've got a couple of them right here somewhere probably, and feel free to check those out. I try to make a lot of good stuff all the time, and hopefully we see you guys in the next one.